Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Samantha Izundu if you are new here, and today we have a bit of a different setup. I just don't have the capacity to do it in the other room. My husband is studying, so I thought I would come in here, change the scenery at my makeup desk. The lighting is not good because it's not natural lighting, but I thought you guys would be understanding because we're gonna try on some of this makeup that we hauled. And what have we got? I've got a lot of stuff in front of me that I still haven't organized since I filmed the haul. So we've got some brushes, lip, eye. A few of you, everyone said they want to see the RMS blushes, so we'll definitely do that. And I'll pick depending on the eye look that I do. Now someone said they wanted the Eyeshadow eye, then someone else said they want the Glaminatrix. I think I'm gonna go with Glaminatrix just because when I did the Instagram poll, this is generally what people wanted, and I could use either blush with this palette depending on what I do. And I used the Eyeshadow palette last night. I will insert a photo of my eye makeup. I loved it. I loved it. I thought when I was first started it, I was like, I'm not gonna like this going out and I'm gonna hate my makeup. I ended up loving it. So I think we're gonna use this today. I think we might put some of this Bondi Sands Eye Spy on under my eyes. It's actually the end of the day. It's nighttime. It's 6:30 p.m. I never film at night, but I accidentally fell asleep and woke up in the late afternoon, so we're doing it now. Yeah, just a nice, see how it just like brings like a hydration and luminosity back to the skin. Love it. And then I'll just use some Shop My Stash products. So like my bronzer, I will use my Belgian Waffle palette, I think. So let's just get into it rather than faff about. 4-3 Beauty. This is the turmeric face milk. It's just nice and hydrating. Ooh. And it always feels nice. It's very refreshing. And I want to get some use out of this because I'm actually up to here. I'm doing pretty well. But I did one of those things where I over purchased. And I fell in love with this, and then I bought a Colourpop order a while later, and I bought the little mini set. I think it was a Christmas time thing, which I did not need to do. So I want to use that. Right, do I do eyes first? I think from memory it wasn't too bad with fallout. So let's go with my Shiseido Synchro Skin Radiant Lifting Foundation. I'm the shade 140 Porcelain. And I've been wearing this because it's in my Shop My Stash and I love it. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. And I think this color in the depths of winter would be probably too dark, but as we're going into summer, I actually have a little bit of gradual tan on. It's quite perfect. And in summer, I like to not go have a darker foundation, but just a little bit, because I put sunscreen on my face, so my face is always lighter than the rest of my body, even in summer. Not that I tan, but I do get more freckles, like a tiniest bit, but my face remains super pasty. So this kind of just like will match the rest of my body. Does that make sense? I don't know what I'm saying. So I just did 2 pumps, and I don't have great lighting, but I'm gonna zoom up a bit. Yeah, we're not here for the backdrop, we're here for the makeup. So I think that's all right. But see how beautiful it is? I'm so glad I got it because I tested the original and I didn't like it. So I'm really glad that I like this. I'll go on with my Jouer in my Shop My Stash. This is one of my favorite of all time. This is my second bottle of the shade Cream. It's their Essential Coverage Concealer. Really good coverage, but doesn't feel heavy. I might even put the Mecca Max Zoom Shadow Stick as like a eye base. What do you think? And then we can see what it looks like together because I still haven't used it. Let's put this on. I like to just kind of go like this and then either blend it out with my finger or a brush. I think I'm going to do a brush. I mean, that blended very easily. The true test is how it stays, but I am putting eyeshadow over it, so this won't be like a longevity test, and it's nighttime. I won't be wearing my makeup for long. But obviously I will be wearing it in my Shop My Stash, so but like it's a nice wash of colour, isn't it? And that's why I wanted this shade for when I don't want to wear eye makeup, but I want to cancel out the freckles and veins on my eyes. Let's go in with the Nakia Joy Velvet Finishing Powder. And I'm going to use my sponge. I did actually notice as I've been using this, I don't know why I hadn't noticed before, but it's because I'm so fair, because it's got a yellow tint to it, it actually does show up, which I don't mind when I use this concealer, because this concealer is about the same color, but when I use a lighter concealer, it actually makes my under eyes darker than the concealer. Now this powder is phenomenal, so I'm gonna forgive it, but if they came out with a translucent, I probably would have preferred that, just because it isn't translucent, because usually my under eyes are a little bit lighter, and this just kind of makes it all one color, which I don't mind, but if I want brightening, I would not use this powder because it is got a tint to it. Very slight, but it is there for on my very fair skin. If you were light, you'd be fine, but with very fair skin, it is showing up. What am I gonna do? I was thinking maybe these here. I am attracted to these two colors. And then maybe with this color as well. It's like a deep, extremely deep burgundy. If you compare it to the brown, you can kind of tell. So let's just dive in. I think I might start with Nothing to See, this shade here. Now I have used this. I use this oh, I got the sticker. And I really enjoyed it. So I know that I like this palette. I feel like this is one of those palettes that I'll just love forever because of the color story. But last time I didn't use an eye primer. I'm already noticing, because this isn't an eye primer, it's making it patchy. So probably not a good decision to put this underneath. That's my own fault, because it's not actually an eye primer, it's an eyeshadow. It's probably a good thing that I have already used this, and I know that this is not a patchy formula. See, that just wants to stick. It's just kind of sticking and not blending, but that is definitely the zoom stick. Let's go in with this Naturally color. I might get a smaller brush. I'm just gonna do that outer part. Maybe I'll do a little halo, so I'm kind of going for burgundy and that icy blue, and that could be good as a halo eye, where you go on the outer and the inner and then do the shimmer over it. I hate using 10 brushes for one eye look. I'm very much a 1 to 2, maximum 3 eyeshadow brushes, and that third would just be doing that inner corner. I love doing eyeshadows with one eyeshadow brush. I just start with the lightest color and then just go deeper and then end with a shimmer. I am not a makeup artist, as you can tell. I love this color. This burgundy, it's beautiful. I got a recommendation for a video idea, and I would love to pass it by you guys. I thought it was quite an interesting idea. You know how I did the series of reviewing all my Australian makeup? I finished it now, and it was suggested to, while I do that, I'm going to take this stripped back. It was requested to do a bonus video because I have a lot of discontinued Australian makeup, to do a video of reviewing all my discontinued Australian makeup. Would you be interested in that? Like, I have a lot of like the OXX Bloom and Australis. Like, I don't have a lot, but I have enough probably to do a video. Look how beautiful that is. I'm really glad I did that. That is beautiful. And that was like one little dip in, that's it. So beautiful. So let me know if you would like, interested in that, because I know a lot of you would have Australian makeup that is discontinued. And you know, when you're on YouTube, you are hesitant to talk about discontinued makeup because there's always going to be someone who's annoyed that they can't get it if they want it. But the reality is makeup is always being discontinued, and then we have all this makeup that's discontinued that we don't talk about, but we own it. So it was a good idea. I do like the idea. I'd love to hear you guys if you would watch that. I mean, I would watch that. And then I'm going to go back in with the burgundy shaded brush that I had, just to blend them. I didn't actually add any product. I might though, actually. Alright, we're just going to leave it like that until I do the rest of my makeup, and then I'll do under my eyes. Actually, no, I can do under my eyes because I've powdered. So I will get the first shade that I used, which is called Nothing to See. And then I'm just going to get whatever was the excess on here and just very lightly drag it. Looks so weird until it's all done, doesn't it? And then I'll take this first brush I had and just try and give it some nice soft edges. And then I also have to do it in a corner. I could do it with this, it's pretty light. Yeah, I can do that. And I might mix it with Naked Eye. So I'm doing these two colors for my inner corner. I think that's too dark. I'm gonna have to get a little bit of highlighter on it. I have to have like white in my inner corner or it shows up too dark. I'm just using some of the highlighter from the Belgian Waffle palette. Alright, let's get into the NARS bronzing cream in Laguna. And I'm just using my sponge that I used before on my face, because I do tend to wash it every time. And I love the way it blends when you use a sponge, this bronzing cream. It's just seamless. Been using it so much, like there's a proper dent in it now. Just love it. I'm so glad they made it permanent, because I just thought, how can they make such a wonderful product, limited edition? But they listened. The people asked and they delivered. I know the lighting's really bad. Oh, so I do apologize. It's just a one-off. Just trying to find ways to film when it's hard to film. I do have access to lighting. I just don't have time right now because like it's Vinny's lighting and he's just studying right now, so I don't want to bother him. Like when I say it's his lighting, like I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to set it up. So I think next time I will, because this is a spare room and we did have lighting in here, but then my mum came and she sleeps here, so we had to remove the lighting. So if I bring it back in, I can properly film in here as an alternative to do it at night time when the kids are asleep, and it just gives me more flexibility to film without having to care for children. And I'm also working now, so I do have less and less time. Then we're gonna go, do I want a cream? I don't want a cream blush because I'm gonna use the RMS and I just want that to be the focus. So let's go in with the bronzer. I think I might just double into both of these. This is a bronzer, it is so light, I don't even use it. But the bronzers in the Belgian Waffle palette are really nice. They're matte, but they're really nice, I like them. They're really, really soft and buildable. They don't go on too heavy. And I think it's pretty clear what blush I'm going to use. I think I'm going to use Hanky Panky because it just matches this eye look perfectly, I think. Oh yes. And I haven't tried Hanky Panky yet. I tried French Rosé on camera. I will show you, don't you worry if you don't know what I'm talking about. Of the footage that I lost. So I have used that one and it was beautiful. We've got the two blushes. So we have Hanky Panky, which is the one I think I'm gonna wear. I'll swatch both of them for you so we can compare. Oh, I'm just so in love. I honestly want 3 more. I want the whole collection. So this is Hanky Panky. And they're like a baked gelée. They're like creamy but matte, but powder. And then they're shimmery. Oh, they're so beautiful. Look at that. See, that looks even different again. But see, the reflection is purple. See, it's really purple in here, but it's more of the reflection is purple. In reality, it's more got this warm tone. So pretty. The other one is French Rosé, which is totally different and so beautiful. I even love the packaging, just like, and it is refillable, but who's gonna finish a blush, let's be honest. And this is French Rosé. Just, I wanted just like a really pretty pink. And pretty pink it is. Look at it. The colors are just phenomenal. They just nailed it. They absolutely nailed it. I don't have a bad word to say. I'm gonna start light and see how we go. Yeah, it's quite pigmented. Oh, see that? Beautiful. Because I had a matte bronzer on, so the shimmer is purely from this blush. So I had to look in the big mirror. The little mirror was not doing it. But that's what it looks like. I think there's a little bit less on this side. I don't know what's happened here. I've got this random red dot. Looks pretty though. I like it. But it is pigmented. Mascara is Essence Double Trouble. I tend to use just a couple of mascaras at a time. I don't like to have too many open. I do have a few open, but this is generally the one I'm using the most. I feel like my blush looks more intense on camera than in real life, but that's lighting for you. What lips am I gonna do? God, I didn't even think about that. Because the MAC Velvet Blur that I have is not right for this look. It's like a warm orangey color. I have my Tom Ford Bear for like a soft sheer moment. Or I have L'Oreal Intense Volume Matte in Admirable. We could do both. We could do both because this is quite sheer. Let me line my lips with trusty Laura Mercier. This is the shade Plumberry. I love it. I use it every day. Ah, it's a really good match to the lip liner. That's nice. It actually suits the blush really well. Should we go over? Yeah, why not? Just kind of give it a bit of glossiness. It's not going to do much more. I wish you could see. Look at my desk. It's a hot mess. It's a hot mess. Okay, what do I think? I really like how the eyes turned out. The cheeks, the lips, everything. I actually really like this look. So I'm doing my makeup because now I'm going to film new makeup in Australia. This is cute. I like it. I like it a lot. What do you guys think? You can hear Mona. He's having a good time listening to music. Thank you so much for watching, guys. That completes the video and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.